Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in and catching a video with me. Today I'm working on foiling, and recently I attended the Stamp Scrap Art Expo that was held in Pittsburgh, and I met Laura and her people from CreativeVisionStamps.com. They have come up with a really great line of foil and foilables and really fun things. So I wanted to show you some of those products tonight, show you a card that I made, and then go through making a card with you. But I also wanted to talk about some other companies that have foils and some of the projects that can be made with those as well. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to do is focus on the Creative Visions. All right. So when we were there, we were able to do Make and Takes Friday night, and we made a foiled card. I don't have mine handy here, but this is where I learned about some of the really cool things you can do. So one of the things that you can do, which I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, probably a lot of you are, but I wasn't aware of it. They sell these kits that have the envelopes, the card base, the background foil to be foiled, the background panel to be foiled, the butterfly to be foiled. This one is butterflies. You can get flowers, all kinds of things. The butterfly to be foiled, and then even the little tags to use for your sentiments. So everything you need basically in one contained kit. Enough to make 8 cards. All right, and these cost $16.99. So I thought, let's walk together through how to do this. So I'm just going to use everything that comes with this. All right, now my last one, I kind of pulled in a couple extra pieces from a couple extra companies, like this one that I made just before filming. I used some colored paper and I used a different background panel, but and I used a die which I foiled using just black toner that I purchased from another company. But look at that. I mean, how gorgeous is that? I mean, if a person received this from you, they would be totally blown away. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and color in our cute little butterfly here. All right. So I'm going to grab my alcohol markers. Yes, alcohol markers. And let's go with some blues, because this time I'm going to use, instead of using the pink, I'm going to use blue foils. Let's go with a light blue and a bright blue, and for the body, let's do sort of a pinkish tan color. Okay, so I just picked a couple colors out. Lipstick Natural, Processed Blue, and Light Blue. And easy enough. I'm just going here. I'm just coloring in the butterfly. All right. I'll go as quickly as I can. I know a lot of people aren't very patient about watching other people color. They have commented that I need to fast forward my video. I don't know how to do that yet. Believe me, if I knew how to fast forward this section for you all, I would. But I don't know if you've ever tried to make a video before. You have to have certain software to be able to fast forward. You also need to have a computer that can handle that software, which I currently do not have the software, nor would my computer be able to handle. And my son received a new, very nice, we bought for him a very nice gaming computer. The idea being that I would use that to edit my videos, but sadly, for some reason, it will not read my iPhone, which is what I use to record on. Now, I have recorded on my webcam, and That's fine, but it's upside down to me. So I would have to be basically, for me, my orientation would be this. And it's a little bit hard for me to do things upside down. I'm sure there's some people out there that don't have a problem with trying to create upside down. But for me, I don't know. I'd rather use my iPhone, which has a fantastic camera on it. But anyways, enough of that. What I'm trying to say is, if I could, I would fast forward through this section, so just bear with me because I can't. I do not know how using just the regular YouTube. Anyways, it's just you have to download different software and you have to have things that I don't have right now. All right, now I'm going to go in with the brighter blue. Oh, it's almost the same color. Let me pick a different one. No problem. Not a problem. We're going to go with royal blue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely brighter. Deeper, I guess you would want to say. Okay, I'm really rushing this, you guys. Normally I would be very, very careful about where I colored and making sure I didn't miss any spots, but going as fast as I can here. Oh, I just love this butterfly image. Creative Vision Stamps has a lot of really pretty artwork. Everything from flowers to, you know, cutesy things. And then hopefully someday I can get some more things from there for creating these kind of cards, because I think they're fantastic. And I love to make them. I'm not as good as a lot of people are. I'm just learning about foiling. But so far what I've done, I've really enjoyed. Okay, so we have a nice bright striped butterfly. Okay, just bear with me a second here while I fill in some spots that I missed. Okay, now for the body, I took this mauve color. Just a little bit of contrast. All right. Okay, done. Coloring is done. All right. Now, I have some Creative Vision foil here. This one is called Seaside Cabana. And what we're going to do, I've had my machine running, which is just a laminator that I purchased at Aldi's of all places, and it's a really nice laminator. Does a really good job with this. I also purchased from Creative Vision Stamps this little cleaning device. It's called Ultra Soft Foilables Duster. And then you dust off the image and you dust off the foil. But I don't want to dust that because I'm afraid that I'll streak it after I just colored it in. I don't want to streak it. Right, this is just a piece of regular copy paper, the kind that you would put in your computer printer. Put it inside there, put the foil on top, close it, and then we're going to take it through the laminator. Okay. While that's going through the laminator, I want to do my background foilable, Okay, and this one has the, I guess you could call it like a diagonal pattern. All right, let's see how this turned out. Keeping my fingers crossed that it turns out nice. Oh, I think it's going to, you guys. Okay, you just slowly peel the foil back, and beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. So daggone pretty. I just love it. Just love that shine. And then this piece that's left over can be used with the toner sheets, which are all black. Now, I did notice on this card that were a couple of spots that are not colored in fully. So I'm going to go back in, if you will just bear with me here, and just kind of fill this in. You can do this. It's okay. After it goes through. You're best to do it before, I think. That's how they taught us at the Make and Take. But I don't want to, I mean, it's just too pretty of a card not to go through and finish it off. Okay, so let's put this aside, and let's put some of that same Coastal Cabana down on this guy. Okay, now this time I can go ahead and be all thumbs here, right? Okay, so taking my foil duster, go ahead over that, and then over this. Okay, all right, center that better. Make sure that it's, I have a little spot here where I had some glue or something. Okay, there's a hair. Get that out of there, hopefully. Oh no, that's actually the foil where I cut it. Okay, here we go. Sending it on through the laminator. Okay, now we've got our sentiment, and we have our cardstock, and this is a nice heavy cardstock. I mean, they didn't like give you cheapy, you know, they gave you a nice. And what I do here is go ahead and just slide that foil back in its sleeve and then store it. It was funny, when I bought this, the girl that was waiting on me said, oh, this is enough foil to last you the rest of your life. And you do get a lot of foil. This is 25 feet, not inches, feet. Okay, we've got this Coastal Cabana. We've got the Sugar Plum. What a beautiful purple color. We have Razzle Dazzle, which is pink. And then, whoo, this beautiful Wildfire. Look at that. Okay. All right. Moving on here. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, I think this is going to turn out good. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Honestly, when I saw this like cross thatch pattern diagonal, I didn't think too much of it, but my gosh. Oh my gosh. This would be beautiful by itself, just as a card. And you could put a sentiment on there. Oh, is that beautiful? Oh, yeah. Very, very impressive. All right. Now we're going to take some of the scrap, if I have any in that color. All right, so I've got some scrap here, some scrap down here. I'll take my scissors. Okay. I'm going to trim that. Okay, there we go. Save my, okay. I'm going to do Happy Birthday. My sister's birthday is coming up in October, so maybe I'll give this card to her. If she's nice to me. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Okay, go ahead with our duster. And really what that does is, like if you have oils on your finger or dust, like, you know, on your table, just prevents it from ruining the project, I guess. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, I have that Yeah, I have enough foil there to cover all of that. All right, here we go. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Okay. Now, we've got our... I'll need to trim this down a little bit. And I'll need to trim my butterfly. So while that's going through, I'll get my paper trimmer out. Okay, it's done. So let's just make sure that transferred well with that scrap. This is just a piece of scrap. Let's see if I got enough. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we have this as a negative that we could use for another card. Okay. All right. Let's see. Should I assemble this or should I move on to showing you some of the other? Well, I might as well assemble it. That way you can see that I actually completed the card on my video. Another company that I have, which I'll transition to that other product next, that I have purchased a lot of foils from through Brutus Monroe is Decofoil. And I really haven't done a lot of foiling because I don't think my previous laminator did a very good job, and I was disappointed in the results. I mean, they weren't bad, but they weren't like, wow. They weren't knock your socks off. So I never really spent a lot of time with foiling, but after I went to the Stamp Scrap Art Expo, and during the Make and Take Friday night, we got to create a beautiful card. And then on Sunday when I went back to view all the vendors, they had a Make and Take where you could make and take. You paid $3 at their table. And we created a really pretty card there. All right, so you see I trimmed that down real close to the line. All right, and the same thing with the butterfly. I'm just going to go ahead. I try to trim it as close to the foiled line as I can. You could also just cut this if you don't feel like trimming it. Or if you're worried that you might, like that one, I'll probably trim down with my scissors. I didn't get very close to the line with that one. Or if you're worried that you might cut too much, you can always just use your scissors. Not a problem. While I'm doing this boring stuff, I wanted to tell you about my blog and my Instagram page. So you can find me, and all I'm doing off the screen here, I'm just trimming this a little bit closer. You can find me at my blog, which is thehopefulcrafter.blogspot.com. And the reason why I call myself the Hopeful Crafter is because hope is very important to me. I like to spread hope with my cards. I try to share as many cards as possible through my friends and family. I know I need to share more cards. I just haven't had as much time lately to make as many cards. But that's why I call myself the Hopeful Crafter. And then my Instagram page is Schultz551. So for this piece, I'm just going to trim up against the edge. I should probably get my fussy cut scissors out, but we'll just go with it for now. Yeah, I'll get my fussy cut scissors because I think this would look best if it was closely trimmed. What I was talking about earlier, right before I shared with you my Instagram, which is Schultz551. My email, if you want to send me an email, I would be happy to respond by sending you a card in the mail. And if you want to, that's thehopefulcrafter@gmail.com. Of course, you've already found me on YouTube. If you like my channel, I would encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the project that I made here with this, I would encourage you to give me a thumbs up. All right. let's go ahead and get rid of this garbage. Find my art glitter glue, find all my components here, put this beautiful card together. I really love how this turned out, you guys. I just love it. I would be squealing if I received a card like this in the mail from somebody. Squealing with delight. All right. I'm not the best at centering the panel onto the card base, but I'm trying my best here. I got a little glue there. Okay, now our butterfly. Oh, is that beautiful? Okay, Laura, you just knocked it out of the park as far as I'm concerned with this design. The owner of the company Creative Vision, her name is Laura. I got to meet her at the Stamp Scrap Art Expo. She's really cool. And she designs all of this stuff. The images, the stamps, which I don't have any of the stamps. But I saw a lot of things I liked. Okay, so that's going down nicely. And then we have our sentiment to put down here underneath. All right, if you're a person who likes blue, which I love blue, this is the card for you. Okay. All right. Whoops, I got a little bit of glue on that. I didn't mean to. But I'm rushing because people have been saying that my videos are too long. So I'm sensitive. All right. What I want to show you before I turn off this is through the other company that sells foil and whatnot, Deco Foil. I have made a couple panels before. This was with my old laminator, so really it's nothing to compare it to. Okay, these are just some Brutus Monroe. But the one that I just made tonight before I went live is the one with the blue dots. And where did I put it? Boy, it was really pretty too. But, whoops, I just turned my light off. This is when I need an assistant. Okay, I found it. All right. All right, so Christopher, through Brutus Monroe, has partnered with Deco Foil to create a line of products. So they have created some really cool transfer sheets. Like this one is really pretty. It's called Marble. And you get 2 clear and 2 white. And this is what the clear looks like. This one is polka dots. And it has that. Now, wouldn't that make a nice shaker card? I don't know. I think it would. Hope you can see that. And then I subscribe to Brutus Monroe Inspiration Box every month I get. And it seems as if every month they include these foilable panels. I know that's not what they're called because that's what Creative Vision calls them. But I just wanted to show you some of these that Christopher designed. So you can see that I have a lot of card making ahead of me. All of these panels I have been collecting from the inspiration kits that I have received. No joke, folks, I have that many, okay? That's like 2 inches worth, right? I thought I had some Halloween ones, but I couldn't find those. We've got snowflakes, Christmas ornaments. This one says post office. Okay, more postmarked. This one says airmail. That would be pretty with red foil. Special delivery. Then we have some Dreamcatcher here. Some real pretty feathers. Those would be gorgeous, foiled. Another smaller An ice cream sundae. Now these can be colored in first, remembered, and then foiled, which is what I think that would make the most sense. I think that's really cute. This one says, happy birthday to you. This one says, you're the bomb. Love your face. Got some really cool clouds. And then some dots. These are like the dots that I used on my card with my pink butterfly. We've got hearts, more dot patterns, and then some real pretty, some real cool sort of music theme for the rock and roll box that he did. This one's really cool with electric guitars, headphones, cassettes, some thumbtacks, some chain link, some gears, more gears. That was from the steampunk. And then, I don't know, I call these like Zentangle flowers. But these would be really pretty colored in. There's a lot to choose from when it comes to that style. Lots of real nice florals. So I have, and then these, I love these. These remind me of Pennsylvania Dutch. They've kind of got like that quilty type style that you see in Lancaster. At least for those of you who are familiar with Pennsylvania. I live in Western Pennsylvania, and Lancaster's where the Pennsylvania Dutch live, Mennonite and Amish. This is like a meadow with butterflies. That's going to be so pretty foiled. All that black will be foiled. So you get the idea, right? Here's some fairies. Pretty peacock. And then some seasonal, like Easter Bunny, and lots of, lots that are sort of like related to the ocean. So now that I have learned how to do foiling, I keep knocking my light off, I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to making more cards with these products. And the other pack that I got at the show is this one. It says, Stars Can't Shine in the Darkness. And it has star background and then the stars. I just like that sentiment. I thought it was very hopeful. And this pack, this has pre-cut sentiment banners that are already pre-cut. All you have to do is put some foil, run them through the toner. It says, thoughts and prayers as you recover, thinking of you today and always. Each one you have 4 of them. Sending prayers during difficult days, thinking of you, get well, wishing you a speedy recovery, wishing you a speedy recovery, take care of yourself and get well soon, and then get well real soon. So those are awesome. And these, there's 32, and they're made with toner, so you can run them through and instantly have a foiled sentiment for your card. I'd like to get some more of these in the future because I think they're just so handy. I won't try to put those back in. I'll do it off camera. So that's all I have. I hope that you like the cards that I made, and I hope that you enjoy learning a little bit more about foiling and how you can get some of these foilables from Creative Vision Stamps and do some really cool cards with them. Thanks for tuning in, and have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.